Hey guys, my name is Michael. Today we're going to be talking about depression. I wanted to talk about it because I found it important to have the discussion regarding how it occurs and what happens when it occurs. I'm not a doctor by any way, so I cannot make the claim that I know exactly how it happens, but I did have previous experience with it, and I know a couple people that have done it, so therefore I'm going to be trying to give you my perspective and my experience on why it occurs. So when it happened to me, it was basically like I was living the life and living my routine. And during my routine, I was just uh, happy for some time. But then the routine got boring. And when it got boring, it wasn't the same. I didn't feel the same anymore. I felt like something that was happening was wrong. But I kept going with it because I couldn't stop it or anything. So after a while, the stopping point was really when you wake up one day and you don't have a reason to get up anymore. You figure out that, hey, this is not the reason why I want to wake up anymore. There's something else there. And the reason why there's something else is perhaps because there is, in fact, some other issue that it needs to be addressed this way. And by doing that, by trying to analyze what those issues were, I became more in tune with myself, but at the expense of falling into a depression because I realized that the life that I was living was not the life that I wanted to live. And so at some point during my years, the routine just fell off. I had no motivation at all. And so what I found out was that only if you can change your routine and twist it towards something, and a lot of people cannot do that because they're constrained. They're constrained to do a certain thing. Once you figure out that you can actually twist your routine or change something toward your goal, then the depression kind of falls down. But if you cannot do that and you feel depressed, then that is a problem. And I feel like with a lot of people, they're really bound by this depression, that they cannot get out of it. And the reason why they cannot get out of it is because something is preventing them from going there. And it's not necessarily a great thing. And our society perpetuates that because let's say you're working and you get depression. You can't just take time off work unless you have a specific reason. And so that puts a lot more pressure on people. People have a lot more pressure to do this and that, and that also adds into this. I would assume that people that live somewhere in Peru in the jungle, that what they do is, is a lot less stressful, but a lot less harder, perhaps. Carry water, carry buckets of water from one place to another. I assume that that's a lot easier. But anyway, in the next video, we're going to be talking about depression in detail and figuring out what other steps we can take to make sure that depression doesn't happen.